All right, and here we go into the draft. Blue team is getting first ban and first pick. That's going to be GSG.
And if you just joined us in this mode, I guess the tournament draft thing, the bans are kind of swapped from their teams, so they're like diagonal out from each other.
So it is indeed the blue team banning, even though the banning hexagon, is that a hex? No, what's 6?
That is
6
hexagon.
Is hex, yeah.
Yeah, 6 is hexagon.
The banning hexagon is on the red team side. It is the blue team choosing this, which I guess there is kind of a logic to that. You're telling the red team, you can't pick this person. So I kind of get it, but man, it does not function the way Hero League or Team League do. And that's the confusion. Or even their tournament drafts that they're using right now.
You're going to go into like Hero and Team League, and it's just going to screw you up even more.
Right. That's my concern. All right, they're gonna ban out Rag, so that's okay. I can see that. Just make my notes here. We got a Rag ban, and we got a Diablo ban. Sad Panda TMG.
Do you think we're gonna
Diablo?
Are we gonna see the first pick through all this game again?
You know what? Thrall has done work. As much as we've talked about Menace's play, Thrall has done work. So I don't want to like shortchange him. He has done a lot for his team. So it wouldn't surprise me to see a first pick Thrall.
I think they're thinking about it.
That, possibly.
Running down that timer here.
Discussing their overall strategy, possibly. I mean, Cursed Hollow.
Oh, they picked up the Rhaegar first.
That's interesting. Okay, they have a plan. They gotta have this. Feels like a plan or a.
They've been denied Rhaegar so many times after they first picked Thrall, so they're thinking, "Hey, maybe we should pick Rhaegar first, right?"
I guess that's true. They have been denied both games that we casted them so far. They have missed out on the Rhaegar pick. Now Thrall. 2 solid picks.
I don't think they needed to pick the Malf this early, but the Thrall was a good deny. Maybe
they're worried about it being banned, though.
Oh, yeah, I suppose that's true.
Right? In the next ban phase, maybe they're worried that that's what they're going to miss out on. So they pick it earlier. I mean, I kind of see that,
Yeah, or they don't want to reveal too much because Thrall Malf doesn't really reveal anything either.
Right. Oh, Menace
3
is in
for
the
3.
house. I'm trying to think. I think they picked it early the other 2 times as well.
I think it's been picked second. I think most of the times.
Oh, wow. With ETC, this is definitely... I feel like this is a stage dive for me map. Definitely a stage dive map. You can go ETC, but I don't know. We don't know their last 2 picks. Ooh, that's a salty ban.
A Nova?
That's salty. I don't know. I guess you could mosh if you're gonna have a lot of solid DPS coming in for your last 2 picks.
Banning Vala? They could also ban a tank.
Well, no, this is red team banning. They've already got 2.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. Vala ban.
Okay.
Here comes the Tychus ban. At least I think it's a Tychus ban.
I would like to see a Tychus ban here for sure. Why set yourself up to take the damage?
If it's not a Tychus ban, I'm going to be surprised, and then Artanis is going to have to take the blinding, the suppression pulls.
Right. Let's see. I mean, that's the ban I'd like to see, honestly. the problem right here is TMG's not showing anything else.
Yeah.
Thrall and Mouth shows nothing of your strategy. You've already selected 2 warriors. Ban the Tychus, unless you know something.
For all you know. Okay. Oh, the Kerrigan ban. What?
All right. That's interesting to me, but okay. All right.
Are we gonna see the insta pickup Tychus?
I mean, Tychus does great damage, period, right? So letting GSG take Tychus at this point would be kind of silly, in my opinion, because they could use Tychus without a problem in this comp, in GSG's comp. So if you don't pick it, they could very well take it away from you, because it wasn't banned. So, and maybe that's why they didn't ban it. They wanted it. Yes, I would like to see a Tychus pick on the side of TMG.
Well, they pick Falstad and Tychus. Okay.
Okay, that's good. I like these 2 picks into the team that the GSG is currently showing. I like.
Oh man, the suppression pulse value here though.
Jimmy and Jaina. Jimmy and Jaina. That's some interesting, solid damage there. And they both, Jaina for sure with the mosh pit, or even stage dive. Jaina works with both, right? You can stage dive right on top of that ring without problem. So either one works, synergize as well. Ring, mosh pit, suppression pulse, and Hyperion. That's a lot of damage coming out.
Yeah, I think this might be another Rhaegar Ancestral game, but...
Does Bloodlust... You know one thing I've never actually tested, and you might know or you might not know, or Twitch chat might know. Will Bloodlust make Hyperion shoot faster? If you...
it does not.
Hyperion? Okay. That's a shame.
After the bug fix, I'm not even sure if you blind Raynor that Hyperion misses anymore. Yeah, I figured they'd do Muradin.
If you're going Muradin, that's the skin to choose, so... Good on you for picking that skin. Seriously. Thank you. Thank you, TMG, for picking the best Muradin skin in the game. Solid drafts on both sides. This should be a good game.
I kind of find it funny how there's a swap round, but you can pick in any order.
I like that they do that though, honestly.
Just in case.
Yeah, just in case. Alright, here we go. And switching. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and go over the red team, which is TMG. We got TMG Doctor on Muradin, KJ Kags on Thrall, Time on Falstad, Whiskers on Malfurion, and Show on Tychus.
And we get on GSG, the blue team, we have GSG Weapon X on Raynor, Menace on Artanis, Shotdown 007 on Jaina, Wordplay on ETC, and Christopher on Rhaegar.
I could see trying to push to 16 for Executioner Arduous Bow. That's a good point, and that's definitely a possibility here. All right.
Prepare yourself for battle, heroes.
Let's see if I notice anything off. Raynor's still going Seasoned Marksman. Always solid. I like this. See, this is a classic Muradin. Third Wind is so powerful.
The battle begins in 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3.
I think both teams are pretty even.
1.
I would agree, and it looks like we're going to go ahead and get a 5-on-5 in the middle. And just real quick, as we jump into this, Phoenix did bit Axial Dragon, so winner of this will be playing Phoenix next. And it looks like they're both just going to sit and posture around middle, which is quite alright. Oh, the swap on Muradin, but he's able to jump out. That's the one downside to trying to swap on Muradin. He can just jump away from you, and that is a dead ETC. I was just about to say he's taking a lot of damage there. He overextended, but they just finished him off. And it looks like we're going to go ahead and see the teams rotate into their solo lanes. Thrall versus Jaina top lane. But no, it looks like they might try to pick her off here with Muradin and Mouth coming top. Oh, and they do
they got
pull that
her
off. That was a great kill by TMG. And it looks like
I like
Menace
how-
just chilling.
I like how both teams have a player on their team with like their team's
Their
tag
team's
kinda.
tagging it, yeah.
Yeah, we got GSG Weapon X and we got the TMG Doctor.
Looks like Tychus is kind of bullying Raynor out of lane a little bit, bottom lane. Top lane, though, it doesn't seem like we're going to go 1v1 with Thrall. We got Rhaegar up there, ETC just left, and Jaina just now joining Rhaegar in the top lane. ETC trying to pick off that Falstad, and they do get it between ETC and Menace on his Artanis.
Oh man, but on the opposite side of the map, we got the Goon Squad coming down, taking out Raynor.
Oh man, this is going to be some great gank potential on both teams here. And ETC noticing Murden, but just walking down anyway and looking to maybe soak while his Raynor comes back. Or it looks like they're gonna swap. It looks like ETC's gonna stay bottom lane and
A swap.
Jimmy might be going middle. I don't like ETC versus Tychus. I think that may be a mistake on GSG's part.
Well, maybe it's just a body to hold the fort down while, you know.
Learn my fate.
It does look like Jimmy's coming back down to 1v1 Tychus. But that is going to be the location of the first tribute. So everybody's making their way slowly bottom lane. And it looks like we're going to have a little scuffle here. Oh, Murden, you don't know what you're doing when you attack that Artanis. Alright, let's see. Everybody's just kind of posturing around it. Nobody's really got the positioning they need yet. But it looks like TMG may actually have a superior position with that root. They're looking to go in on it, but Murden taking a lot of damage there, has to jump over the wall. Oh, and there... Oh!
The
Tychus
attempted
almost
swap.
got swapped in there. He moved just in time. Oh, and now they're pushing in on the other side. And it looks like TMG might actually get a kill or two here. If not a kill, they might finish the cast. Yep. Tychus did
man.
get it, but then got swapped into the team, but immediately ran away. And ETC goes down again.
That was a good swap by Menace, but his entire team was backing off to tap the well, so there wasn't that much follow-up on it besides like the ETC.
Yeah, and it looks like ETC did go speed metal for his level 4 talent. Falstad top lane already, and it looks like they're closing and trying to get a kill on Murden, but I don't think they're going to be able to do it. Nope. So Falstad with that quick flight up top has gotten them almost a full level, gotten TMG almost a full level lead. Which is, you know, the power of having a global on this map and what Falstad was able to do. ETC
Yeah, TMG,
got no
they're going to be a level up.
They are a level up, a talent up.
Talent up. Yeah, talent up.
And the tribute spawning in a very kind location for them. So they should be able to get this one without any hassle. It looks like GSG isn't even going to challenge that.
Yeah, they can afford to give it up because it's not the third one just yet.
And looking for a swap there, and did get it on Falstad, but he's not the target you really want to swap, where he ended up swapping him. With
Yeah,
an
luckily
easy
there was a
escape.
wall right there that he could just fly over, barrel roll over.
Alright, and it looks like everybody's just backing out and getting their soak on. They still, TMG has maintained their full level lead over GSG to date. 8 versus 7, they should hit 10 first. And bottom lane, they did just pick up Raynor, and they have the whole
Goon
wall
Squad
down.
coming down again.
That's 2 for 2. That Mouth and Murden just come down with Tychus and ended up ending Raynor's life. And it looks like they're going to have Jaina here, so they may actually be able to pick up Jaina.
Oh, they're coming in on this
They
Jaina.
are, yeah, that Jaina's dead. Unfortunately for TMG, the Curse tribute is all the way top lane. So they may get up there in time to try and take this Curse and immediately put pressure on. Or they may not. Thank you, Photothermic, for the follow.
Oh, the
was a
swap on the
swap.
Thrall.
Yeah, he may go down here because of it, but nope. Murden's in, and it looks like we're going to get a great skirmish and a dead ETC.
Yeah, team comes to back thrall up just in time.
That was great timing. It looks like Jimmy might die here too. Yep, with that stun, that's going to be the end of Jimmy. In the meantime, Thrall was able to pick up the curse point, and they're going in on Jaina here. That should be a dead Jaina, and that puts them in a great position to pick off this fort real quick.
Unfortunately, with the curse up, the fort, the towers, they don't shoot, so Jaina had no protection really there.
And now TMG's sitting on their ultimates. We got Avatar, Earthquake, Gust. Tychus hasn't picked yet. Oh, there's Tychus going Odin. That's an aggressive choice here. I like it. And whatever his thing is, Twilight Dream. I was just gonna call it Dream for a minute. I couldn't remember which was which. Red team getting work done in all three lanes now. Bottom lane has no fort, mid lane has no fort, is about to use a wall, and Thrall is looking to hunt top of it. He's not even going after the fort. And that's a dead Artanis. So I'd like to see TMG start backing out now. The curse is about to end. Back out now, you know, maybe take their camps. Yeah, see, this is what I'd like to see. Grab their camp real quick, and then maybe from there rotate down and take their boss. Looks like Thrall is going to go and keep trying to bully that middle lane. Oh, they're all going to go mid and try to use these bruisers to take out this middle keep. An early keep...
aggressively for this.
Well, I mean, they're up. No ultimates yet, still on the side of GSG, right? And an early keep, man, an early keep can't be overstated, because that's catapults pushing it 8.5 minutes. That
Yeah.
they always have to worry about at that point, right? Take the keep, now back out again, right? You don't need anything more here. I mean, you can stick around and you can try and get more, but this is how you throw the game. You got your keep, you got your damage, they're coming up on 10, go ahead and back out now. Maybe take the boss, which is what I'd like to see them do, and it looks like that's what they're going to do. But now it's 10 versus 13, which is not quite as scary as 12 versus 9. Jaina scouting it out, knows they're there. The whole team's showing up.
Everybody just
comes
ults
the
in
Wamba.
straight up.
There's the dive. I mean, it's all going down right now, but the Gust secures the boss for TMG, and they continue to get kills. Honestly, I would have liked to have seen Mosh Pit there instead. They had...
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I mean, they have the Gust, the Grenade, the Dream, and Murden's Q to interrupt, unfortunately, but...
I mean, I know there's a lot of interrupts, don't get me wrong, but
But that was a good place for Mosh, yeah.
that was a great place for Mosh. And Rhaegar can cleanse you. You and I both know that pre-cleansing going into the Mosh is a perfectly solid strategy, but now they're going to be down 2 keys and looking at 15 versus 11 soon enough. Out comes the Odin. Oh, and they're just going to back out. They got the keep. I don't blame them at all for this. Backing out at this point makes sense. Let the blue team defend what they can defend. Back out slowly. Grab tribute point, and then maybe go start your boss.
Yeah, I think they might actually go start very soon.
And there you go. Now you've pulled off, you know, grabbing that next tribute. Everybody can be freshen up on mana and go take your boss. You're up 14-11. They're not gonna do much to stop you at this point. They might try. And it looks like Murden is already heading up to... Oh, they're going to get their bruisers first. Now, my problem with getting their bruisers and their siege giants first is while it does put additional pressure on those 2 lanes, it shows where you are, or at least part of your team. Where had you just 5-man the boss immediately, that would have been, you know, I don't know, a little bit safer. Now it looks
I mean,
like,
it's that confidence coming in, right? They're
Yeah.
thinking, hey, even if you come fight us at the boss, we can beat you.
yeah, okay, I guess I can give you that. GSG looking to clean middle lane out and get ready to defend. Meanwhile, TMG is starting their boss for D5. Or with 4 mana. We're all coming out now to make it a full 5-man. And GSG is split. 3 in the middle, 2 in the bottom. Oh! That tribute placement was incredibly lucky. right on top of where the boss was just taken. Leave one man like Falstad behind. Grab it, and then push top lane like there is no tomorrow. Most of the GSG team is still cleaning up mid, except for ETC, who's cleaning up bottom lane. Meanwhile, top lane is pushing 5 men plus the boss.
Do you think this is the final, like, hold the line?
It has to be. It's 16 versus 12. They have no choice at this point. Either they go in and they try to stop this, or the game is over.
EDC just trying to grab 13, so then maybe he could stage dive up there too.
I mean, he can definitely stage dive up when they get it, and there's 13, and now he needs to. Or he needs to be looking for it, right? He should, yep. It looks like he beat back instead. Okay.
He didn't really need a stage dive yet.
Here's my problem. Nah, it looks like they're gonna back off and they're not gonna push that. I would have liked to have seen TMG try to push their advantage with the boss up there and get a kill. Instead, I feel like they might have played a little too passively and let the boss go in and take the brunt of it. I could be wrong, but it looks like they are gonna go ahead and steal GSG's boosters real quick. But I feel like I would have liked to have seen TMG get just a little more aggressive with that.
Well, yeah, it just means that they're just gonna wait for the they're just gonna. Oh
nice.
Shoot! This is a good fight for
This was
GSG.
a great fight, 1-for-1 so far. And if they can get maybe one more pick, the problem for GSG is they're fighting under a bruiser camp that's attacking them.
Oh yeah.
And that may seem like a little bit, but that's added damage that you have to tank and deal with. And that should actually be game at this point, even without the curse.
Yeah, it was looking pretty good for GSG, but unfortunately that level lead just coming in to play, and yeah.
And it does look like the good games are being called, so GSG has been eliminated by TMG, and it looks like our next game will be TMG versus Phoenix. Good games on both sides. GSG was fun to cover you guys for the last 3 rounds. And we will continue following this stream and go to TMG versus GSG next.